It's an intriguing leaderboard as we head into the final round here at Wychwood Park.
As going into the second half of the season, the battle to make an impression on the order of merit intensifies.
Dave Coupland, one of the most consistent players on the Europro Tour, but can he do enough to get that elusive win today?
Coupland zooms from 15th to 3rd. Gorgeous midsummer in the English county of Berkshire, and the Europro Tour has reached Caversham Heath Golf Club. Here's Kit Alexander to paint the picture.
The temperatures have been hot this week at Caversham Heath, and so has the scoring. Sitting atop the leaderboard, Boston lad Jordan Risdale. He's compiled an impressive total of 12 under par 2 rounds. Tucked in behind him, Brendan McCarroll at 11 under. You'll remember he lost a playoff earlier this season at Cleveland and won last year at Longhurst Hall as well. At 9 under par, Craig Lorry, a famous surname, the son of 1999 Open champion. And there at 8 under is Chris Evans. It looks like those 4 are the men in contention, but any slip-ups and there's a gaggle of talented golfers waiting to take advantage at 7 under par. In particular, Joe Dean, the consistent form man of the season, but still awaiting that first win, is one of those players. A low score is possible out there. We've seen 65s this week. Speaking to some of the players this morning, they fancy a 10 under par round could be possible. That would bring so many players into the equation. The course is in sublime condition, the players are on form, and we are set for an exciting finale here at Caversham Heath.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to this, and so too, no doubt, are my co-commentators, Scott and John.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to this final round. And here's Risdale, tee shot, opening tee shot, sometimes an important one, John.
No, it is indeed, Scott. I've been watching him all year. Good player, good personality, hungry for it as well to boot. And here's a monster, and that is going to run, go all dicing with death from the bunker. Stay out of there. Cool, that's a monster.
Just a flick onto the green from there. That was a really powerful opening shot. Good move here, John.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I've been seeing him. He's really aggressive, takes it on. Look at that flexibility. My goodness. We live in our youth looking at that swing, Scotty.
Absolutely.
James Fraser from the Pennard Golf Links in South Wales. They call it the links in the sky. And he'll be sky high after that one. Fraser parred the first, but Brendan McCarroll will have his work cut out to duplicate that.
McCarroll's gone way left off the first tee, but he's pulled a good break. It's not in the thick rough, and he's found a little gap in the gorse. He can find it and he can play it. Probably won't be able to go at the green, which is 73 yards away because of these overhanging branches. But once he chips out, he'll just have a short pitch and a chance to save 4 from a difficult tee shot.
Yeah, not the opening start you want. Not doing its best to calm the nerves, but let's see what he can do, get this back in play.
Oh, that was a good effort. Might get it to the front edge. He has indeed. What a great shot that is. Lengthy putt coming up there, Scotty.
Yeah, that's going to test him. That was a great shot from there, though.
Here we go. Ran out of room, ran out of fairway. Monster drive, just over 340 yards, Scotty.
Yeah, absolutely powered it down there. Just a pitch on here. Lots of green to work with. Judging that fairly nicely. Get at the top of the slope there. Yeah, lovely. Just about 8 feet there for opening birdie.
Also a good start to report for Robbie Busher. Pars on 1 and 3, a birdie on 2.
Yeah, good player, Robbie. Good short game, and yeah, comes up with the goods there. Nice one, nice control, got the zip he needed.
Well, talk about a roller coaster week. Mark Young the man of the season so far. 65 on day one, 78 yesterday. Today, he's 7 under par.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, talk about topsy-turvy. This one, up the slope. A little bit more pace required on that one. So we see Fraser just tap in there for his birdie on the second.
Well, this lengthy number here, he'd have learnt a lot from Roysdale's chip, using the camera. There's that little bowl on the left-hand side he's got to put through. He's going to start breaking off his right-hand side from day one. He's got to slow down, though, Scotty. Oh, my goodness. He's degreened it. Oh, comes back on.
Well, he degreened it and then greened it. Yeah, that was a tough putt, but he didn't make his best job of that. Now, Busher, we saw his little pitch from the side of the green. This for his birdie on the fourth. Yeah, super stroke. Straight in the front door.
Yeah, I like the way this man plays. Very aggressive. Likes getting driver out, taking it on. Plays with that nice little low draw. 9 times out of 10. Oh. Yeah, a bit cheesed off for that one. Just leaking that one out to the right, that putt. Good chance there, and he knows it. You're going to tap that one in, and that, well, fortunately for him, that's going to be a bogey.
I think he'll rue the start he made to the second round. What a week, though. And more than likely, he will remain at the top of the order of merit come the end of proceedings. The man has won twice at Camberwell Park and Clevedon.
Now, McCarroll, real topsy-turvy opening hole. Into the gorse, out onto the green, long putt to there. And that is going to be 18 inches for his bogey. Not the start he was looking for, but try and put that behind him. 17 holes left. And it's very, very scoreable, as we know.
Yeah, slick downhiller now. This one, we know it's breaking off the right-hand side, right edge. Oh, crikey, by a whisker.
The car alarm going off didn't do any favours. McCarroll's now in a tie for second spot with Max Smith, attached to next week's venue, Fox Hills, and having a superb round so far today. He's 6 under through 12 holes, but still the leader, and now by 2 as the final group stroll to the second. It's Risdale.
It is indeed, Phil, and I tell you what, after that great drive he had on the first, if you want to unleash again here at the second, because it really does give it up. Shortest par 4, 386, just playing under the average this week, and the boys can really take it on. If they hit the big drive, then get very close to the screen, just leaving them just a little flop over that front portion bunker that you can just see. 2 bunkers guarding left and right, and a beautiful green to come into, and that pin really acceptable today, and I think, well, this could be giving a few birdies away.
Yeah, well, he absolutely mashed one down the first, as we saw. Let's see if he can replicate that one. Like John said, get up very close to this green. Again, it would be another short pitch in. But he's leaked that one a little bit. Just needs it to stay out of the long stuff. Yeah, should be fine there.
It's amazing the effect of the summer, isn't it? The rough, my goodness, running miles through it.
Yeah, every course we look at is burnt out at the moment. But the greens are looking lovely, rolling lovely. Oh, he can't believe that one's just moved to the right edge. The cellophane bridge. And it's painful, but it's just a tap-in birdie for Forgan at the fourth. Safely in. And moving up that leaderboard, slowly but surely.
Unlike Brendan McCarroll, after that slow start, he's representing West Cliffs Golf Links. He's had 4 wins on the Alps Tour. No mean achievement that. And before the round began, he had a little chat with our kit.
As you all know, Ireland's an absolutely golf-mad country. What was it like growing up in that environment?
It was great for me, especially, like, I played all my golf at Ballyliffin where they played the Irish Open this year, so I was spoilt. And even within 40 minutes of me, I probably have about 5 really good golf courses I could play. So yeah, around my area, it's definitely one of the most popular sports anyway.
You've shown some excellent form this year. I believe a change in coach has helped bring that about.
Yeah, a good friend of mine, Barry McGoldrick. So I was down playing with him one day, and he said, "How about it? Do you fancy?" Because I had no coach at the time, and kept it very simple. And it's, as you can see, it's definitely working.
What's changed in your game since going to him?
Short game. I lost my short game for a few years, and my short game would have been always really good. So getting the confidence back in that meant if I missed a green, I wasn't worried then, whereas beforehand, I was kind of standing over shots going, I better not miss this green. So definitely it's just relaxed my whole game with that improvement. I've played okay, but not until this year I've kind of played more consistent. I always was able to shoot low numbers, but also I could shoot very high numbers, so at least now the high numbers are gone.
You lost in a playoff last year at Longhurst Hall. You lost in another playoff, unfortunately, earlier this season at Clevedon. What can you take from those experiences into today?
I played good golf and I just got a couple of bad breaks, but I can't do anything about what the other guy's doing. I could play a guy in a playoff and he could hold a second shot, so it's just really on the day who gets the break or who plays the best shot. So I'm just going to go out there and play my normal game, and it should be good enough.
After the near misses you've had, what would it mean if you did get your hands on the trophy today?
Oh, it'd be amazing. I would just love it. It would just be a good boost, push me up into the top 5, I think, as well. So, yeah, be good.
The top 5 to which McCarroll refers, the 5 players promoted onto the Challenge Tour for 2019.
Yeah, well, Brendan coming out the left semi here, Scotty, and over the bunker he goes. Plenty of green to work with, but overcooked it slightly.
Yeah, just a fraction aggressive. Not too bad, though.
Risdale has just 78 yards into the second green here. He's in the rough, but it's not really going to matter too much. It's so dry and it's trampled down that he can make a really clean contact. He decided to go in low to a back pin position on the first hole, and I think he will do the same here. There is a ridge in the green, so in many ways it's a similar shot. Far easier to control it with a low one that releases up the green to that pin 23 yards on from the front than to try and control a high spinny one.
Well, let's see if Kit called it. Plenty of green to work with, so he's got options, but he's got to be aware. Front right, a little bowl, steep slope up to the pin. Got to chase it up there, which he has done. Just onto the fringe, but fringes are so pure there in places. Straight out with a putter, I'm sure.
Now Yule just off the edge of the green here. First look at him at the 5th.
Strange to leave the flag in, John, when you say?
Yeah, well, they better get used to it. The rules will be changing soon, Scotty. You'll be able to have it in from a foot away if you want it.
So birdie on 4 and now on 5. Yule, hoping today feels like Christmas.
Oh, look at you go, Phil. My goodness. Relentless you are.
I'm speechless after that. Right, let's get it together. Fraser, drawing one in. Is that just going to stay? Little slope there, is just going to take it back to the fringe. A little bit unfortunate there. Wasn't far from being a very makeable opportunity.
No, I like what this man said in his interview with Kit, just how the short game has been the biggest thing of his game that he's improved. And Scotty, you'll know full well, being a BMW PGA champion, how much that is a must in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Seen it there. These are the shots. You know, with your wedges in, 140 yards and in, you've got to be getting up and down in 2 shots.
So Fraser par on the first, birdie on the second, bogey on the third. Full set. Thank you very much. Eagle on the 4th.
Lovely jubbly. Look at that. He don't mind it now that it span away down a little slope. Left himself a sidewinder. Now Risdale. Yeah, getting his feet with the slope. Has it got the legs? It hasn't. It's in the jaw of the hole. That'll be his par.
Due to his bogey on 13, Smith is relegated into a tie for 4th. Robbie Bush has now emerged as a serious challenger, but unmoved at the top, it's Risdale. like everyone, savouring our venue, Caversham Heath. Also delighted to be involved in this fire tournament, the sponsors, Pentahotels.
The sponsorship deal that we've done with the guys has grown over the 3 years that we've done it, and this year, as part of our corporate golf day, we had 120 school kids come and play golf with us and get some training, coaching, which allows us to invest back into grassroots golf, and that's what we're about, wanting to give back to the community and back to local businesses.
Jordan Risdale, the man to catch, hoping to check in as the Pentahotels champion. Welcome back to Reading and welcome back to Caversham Heath Golf Club, where Order of Merit number 1, Mark Young, leads in the clubhouse at the Pentahotels Championship. Robbie Busher has made an explosive start, but in front by a single shot, as he was overnight, it's Jordan Risdale, now tackling the third. Scoring so far, absolutely excellent.
Yeah, well, Risdale, a couple of great opportunities at 1 and 2 that he's not capitalised on. He's looking to get his round underway here, get into red figures for the day. Come on. Just hung up on the top there. Pin high left.
Well, more restriction here for Brendan McCarroll. Second shot. Conjure up some magic. Oh, a little clip on the backswing there. What's that going to affect? Oh, he's done him good. Oh, what a shot.
Yeah, he just committed to that. Now, Craig Lorry. First look at him today. 4th hole, second shot. Tidy young player. Sure to get a breakthrough soon. Working that one onto the front of the green. And that'll be a long eagle attempt.
Now, Fraser up and over the bunker. Won't be able to see the bottom of the flag from where he is. Big hump guarding the front portion of this green. Up and over she goes. Now, has he got his yardage right? Is it going to dance for him?
Let's go over to Kit, who's down on the 3rd green with the last group.
Risdale's left himself a really tricky birdie putt on the 3rd green here, having pulled his shot slightly. Understandable with that tricky pin position. He's left with about 30 feet, and I think there's going to be a double break in it. Early on, it wants to go left to right. As it gets closer to the hole, it's going to go right to left. And if he overcooks it, it really does drop away after that hole. We've seen how tricky it is to lag it close today. His touch really needs to be on point here.
Well, you've seen a breakdown of this putt, double breaker, and slick after the hole. Risdale seems to have judged the pace pretty well on that. That should be just a little tap in par.
Birdies on 2, 4, 5 and 6 already for Busher. Oh, and so close to another.
Yeah, he's having a great day. I'm sure some of these guys will be joining him on the birdie run as we see McCarroll. Played a great pitch in here. It's about 12 feet, just breaking right to left. Just a fraction undercooked on the borrow.
Not massively, though. No.
In his last 8 colours here, Scotty. Always wearing the same uniform.
And here's Fraser wearing Tiger's Sunday red. Up the slope, turning right to left, but not as much as he thought. I'm looking a little bit surprised on that one.
Now, come on, Craig. This is at the 4th hole, the par 5 lengthy eagle putt from distance. God, he's He swings from left to right. Is it coming back? Oh no, he's heavy-handed. Slow down, ball.
This young man comes from tremendous golfing stock. He is the son of the 1999 Open champion, Paul Lawrie. And yet, he describes Rory McIlroy as his favourite player. Here's Kit with Craig.
Did you get to go along and witness his big wins at the Open in 1999? Of course,
No,
the Ryder Cup. So.
I was 4 years old at the time, so I don't remember anything. My brother Michael, he was only 8 months, so the pair of us don't remember anything, which is a shame because it would have been amazing to share that with him and to see how well he did. And but I've seen him win since, so seeing him playing the Ryder Cup in Medina was unbelievable.
Did you always want to get into golf, or?
Yeah, more or less. Until I was kind of 13, 14, it was kind of either or between the football and the golf, and then it always gets to that stage you have to pick one or the other. And I picked the golf, and it's been great so far. So.
What tipped it in golf's favour?
Maybe just that I was fractionally better at the golf than I was the football. I was always pretty decent at the football as well, but just maybe not quite at the level of the golf. And kind of obviously being an individual sport, it's all up to you, which I prefer. Obviously a team game, you never really know how your teammates are going to get on, and whereas the golf, it's all on you. It's all your kind of input. So that's kind of the tipping point.
How has your father affected your development through the years?
He's helped me a lot, short game wise, basically the most, and course management. He doesn't coach me on long stuff. I've got my own coach for that. But course management, short game, he's really as good as it gets, to be honest. To learn off him has been amazing. So just in that kind of way.
How do you feel your career's going so far?
We're getting there. The first few years were a struggle. I didn't play my best stuff, but this last kind of 18 months have been much better. I won out in Portugal on the Portuguese Pro Golf Tour, and that was a massive kind of step forward and kind of proved to me that I can win against these kind of guys. So that was a big factor.
Most golfers think they can do it. How important is it to get that win in the bag and know that you can?
Yeah, it was huge. I always say I went out to Portugal thinking I was kind of playing well, and but you still got to do it. And I did it against kind of guys. I mean, guys like Reece Enoch, who's won on out on the Sunshine Tour. There was 2 or 3 proper players, European Tour players. So to do it against those kind of guys was huge.
You've shown a bit more consistency and some better finishes this season. Do you feel your game has gone up a notch?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, tee to green is probably, I've not been playing that great, but mentally I've been a lot, just because of the win, I kind of feel I can do it, and mentally I've been much better. Short game's been better. So once the long game kind of clicks, then we're going to be in really good shape, I think.
And you're right there in contention heading into the final round today. How are your emotions this morning?
Fine, yeah. I was in a similar place. I was in Portugal. I was a couple back in Portugal, so I'm 3 back, 1 more. But it's a similar course. You've got to make birdies or else you're going to fall back. If your pars are no good out here, you've got to kind of make your birdies and try and get up the board. So it's a similar test, so I'm looking forward to it.
What a lovely interview that was. Now, Craig, come on, my friend. You sounded like your father, I tell you.
Putting like him a lot of the time as well.
Yeah, that ain't a bad thing, is it? My goodness, you putt like Paul, my goodness, you're going to go far.
I can tell you that Max Smith is attacking to the max. He's just birdied the 14th to join Lawrie in a share of 4th. Up top, it's Risdale by 1 from Busher and McCarroll, who's now on the 4th, together with Kit.
Big drive from McCarroll here on the par 5 4th. It's left him just 186 yards in. It's off a slight downslope as well. He'll have no more than a mid-iron here, perhaps even as little as an 8 or a 9. That pin is way back again and it's sitting up on a tabletop. He has to be accurate here. Anything just left or just right of it will feed down to the extremities of the green. A great eagle chance if he can hit a laser iron shot here.
Well, like Kit said, relatively short iron into this par 5. Looking to find the putting surface. Sounded like a good strike. Needs a good firm bounce, which hasn't quite got, but bang on line. That should be a straightforward eagle putt up the hill there.
After that monster drive Kit was talking about, probably more than an 8-iron, but he's hands off it. He doesn't like it. Bit pulley, and that's bunker bound.
Yeah, plenty of green to work with, but not a good miss. as we move over and take a quick look at the 6th hole here, the green. 552 yards this par 5, and as you can see, double green there. Lots of water short, some bunkers to catch. Long and left isn't a bad option.
I tell you what, James looks good over the ball, tall and strong. Good swing, and you can hear the strike. It's like a 9-iron in hand, floating in there nicely. Oh, and it dances round the flag. Oh, what a shot there by James. And here, what great action, Scotty.
Yeah, very solid. Lower half. Turning around himself, fully committed to that one. Like an arrow, straight at the flag. And almost in.
His playing partner is Joe Dean, the tour's Mr. Consistent. 6 top 10s already this season.
You got a song about him, haven't you, Phil?
It's in my head because of you, John.
Was that something by, who sung that song?
Dolly Parton. He sings Joe Dean all the time, does John Morgan, and it gets in the grey matter.
Now McCarroll from the trap. Left side, he's just puffed that one out a little bit too softly. He's up on the flat though. Makeable birdie putt. A little bit more work than he would have liked. As we go over to the 7th and Forgan.
Yeah, last time we seen him, the ball just missing the hole, like you said, cellophane bridge. And this one, this time, in the bottom of the hole. Hallelujah.
In contention for the 2nd week in succession. He was tied 7th at Witchwood Park 7 days ago.
Yeah, finding some good form. Now Risdale, 4th hole, eagle putt, just about 40 feet here. Looking for it to turn a little right to left. And look at that one as well, John. Just sneaks on by.
I'll tell you what, that's credit to the greens though, Scotty. I mean, they're running very fast, catching these boys out, racing a few past. Now, Brendan, can he get his birdie? Oh no, missing on the left-hand side. After such a great drive, going to be disappointed with that, and it's still not over.
Now Dean, we saw his approach in. Not as good as Fraser's, but just about 3 feet for his eagle.
Joe Dean, Joe Dean, Joe Dean.
Please.
I think he sings that to himself every time he makes eagle.
Yeah, I reckon he does, yeah.
Now Risdale, tidy this one up, 4 feet for birdie. Yeah, grabs the right edge. Well done. Gets his day going.
Putting is the lifeblood of pro golf, and here's some tips on how to hole them with a short stick.
Jordan, you've been in fantastic form on the greens, especially this week. Can you tell us exactly what this drill is, please?
This drill is simply a pace and hole out drill. If you leave it short, you move forward. If you hole it, you move back, and it's the first one to finish.
And James, punished if you finish outside of about a couple of feet around the cup or short. As we always hear, never up, never in. How important is it to take that aggressive approach to putting?
Yeah, you've got to be positive, obviously, and this game teaches you that. You know, you don't want to be short, but you don't want to be too aggressive as well, and that's what the half circle's there for as well.
Brilliant stuff. I know you boys have put 30 quid on the line, so I think it's time for you to show us all exactly how it's done.
Let's go.
Okay. Oh, he's off.
Take the early lead. Here he is, he's joining me.
Joins him at the second spot.
Now he's in trouble.
I know how quick things can change, so I'm feeling quite confident still.
James, what's your make percentage you're looking for from these kind of distances? What's a good day?
If you're holding 70% of putts inside 10 feet, you're doing well. I mean, I think on the PGA Tour, stats are from inside 10 feet, the leader is around about 75%. So if you're holding 7 out of 10 putts from inside 10 feet, you're putting well.
A great drill that James and Jordan are using behind us, but as you can see, it can be pretty topsy-turvy. And with 30 quid on the line, I've got a feeling this could go on for a while.
Too high now.
Oh, we're finished. We're not actually paying 30 quid, are we?
Yeah, we are, mate.
Yeah, good stuff. Now Fraser, we saw him hit it to 18 inches here, something like that, on the 6th. Just a tap-in eagle.
God, those two have played this hole. Unbelievable. Monster drives, reducing this next to nothing, Scotty.
It's Risdale by 2, but with yet another birdie, this time on the 15th. Smith regains a share of second, and just look at the progress being made by James Fraser, looking to emulate Geraint Thomas as another Welsh sporting success story this week. He's certainly in gear right now. It's a dog's life at the 10th event of the 2018 Europro Tour season at the Pentahotels Championship. Caversham Heath Golf Club is the venue, where 1 under in the early stages of the final round, that's 13 under in total, Jordan Risdale, now on the tee of the par 5 6th, 2 in front of Smith, Fraser and Brendan McCarroll.
Well, we've seen how short and how easily this 6th hole can be played and an eagle can be made, so Risdale will have that in his mind as he bombs this tee shot away.
Yeah, bunker in the middle of the fairway here, Scotty. Around the 315 to catch. 320, oh, he's gone in it.
Jordan, 1 under through the first 5 holes. How do you feel it's going?
Playing pretty solid. Just got to keep doing what we're doing, go through the process, staying patient, and just let it happen.
How's the course playing today?
It's a little less windy to what we have been used to, but it's playing pretty much the same wind. Yeah, it's good.
Greens look absolutely fantastic as well. How
Yeah.
tricky is it just to lay one dead from distance?
It is it's very hard just because they're quite slick, but that's what we do. Me and James do a drill for, isn't it?
And it's pretty hot out here. As you say, that wind dropping off just makes it feel even hotter. How's that
know.
affecting you so far?
Not too bad. We're staying hydrated, eating the sandwiches and keeping good.
Great stuff. Nice solid start. Keep it going,
Thank
John.
you. Cheers.
Now up to James Fraser on the 8th, coming off a par at 7.
Yeah, just a shortish iron. Looking to take dead aim, you would feel. Oh, just gets a little bit of help off the back fringe, and that one getting ever closer. Another birdie chance there.
Looks like a 6-iron in hand here for Brendan. 3rd shot though, trouble off the tee. Oh, and this one leaking right. There's water over there, Scotty.
There's lots of water. He just cleared it. Got it onto the back fringe. Probably quite pleased with that, quite relieved to see that one above ground.
No, Risdale laid up, found that bunker. It was 210 over water. Wise move this one, now wedge in hand.
Yeah, these are the money shots, the bread and butter ones. Slightly overcooked it.
We saw Craig Laurie's birdie on the 4th. Apart from that, it's been exclusively pars so far.
Yeah, steady stuff. Sometimes you just need that one sparkling shot to get your round underway, or a sparkling putt.
McCarroll's left himself a really tricky chip here from the back of the 6th green. It's all downhill, and about 10 feet before he reaches the flag, there's a big tier. In order to get this anywhere close, it has to just die over it, and it has to be some way right of the flag. It's going to speed up and die from the left as it goes over there. Up and down from here will be a really good result now.
Yeah, work to do, and he's opted in for the long pitch and run by the look of it. As Kit said, difficult to judge the speed, and he's just not carried the slope quite far enough. And a testy one now for par.
You could just hear the strike there, Scotty. Just a little bit heavy, bit chunky, come up a bit short now. Craig, you're flying, buddy. Confidence is high. We see it with Richie McAvoy at the moment. going strong on a Challenge Tour and European Tour. It's amazing how confidence can raise your game.
Yeah, you can feed off it day by day. Richard McAvoy certainly did that. Awesome to see him win. Now Risdale, long range birdie attempt, looking for this right to left swing. He's just held out there. And look at that go.
God, that was deceiving, Scott. Now, here we go, Miles Collins. This boy can give it a whack. Point break. Look at it. Like surfing the waves. Well, he's got the look anyway. That's a nice shot. You can strike a ball, this lad, I tell you, and that just feeds off the green, unfortunately. Just a half a club out.
Yeah, lots of subtle slopes taking it away from the green. Now McCarroll, just about 12 feet or so for his par. Very tentative there. It was a quick putt. But that is a disappointing bogey 6. And that's what he thinks of that.
Of course, James Fraser had a tap-in eagle pretty much on 6, looking for a birdie on the 8th. The hottest golfer on the golf course.
Boom, right in the middle, another one. And we said about the confidence factor. Just ride that wave as long as you can.
James Fraser has been second on the Europro Tour on 4 occasions. His favourite player, someone called Tiger Woods. In that, he has got many allies.
How much do you think the heat could affect things?
You've got to stay hydrated, and hopefully we're not stood around for too long, because it's fine actually when you're moving, but when you get stood on the tee and waiting, that's when it's really hot.
How big would it be for you if you did get your hands on a trophy today?
Yeah, massive. Obviously, I've said before that you know, I need a win, but I'm just looking for a good result.
Yeah, you can't chase down the wins. You can just go out and do your best every day and see where you are. And what another bomb. Right in the back of the cup. Fantastic birdie, that.
Yeah, sneaky one coming back here, Scott. Phil, this one up the hill, gonna break left to right, gotta be firm. Left edge, always leaking. Oh, and that's painful. That's painful on a par 5. Both these guys making bogey.
Well, who would have thought that standing on the tee? Bogeys on par 5s hurt, especially when they cost you the outright lead. It means there's now a trio at the top. Fraser, Busher and Risdale, who's trying to bounce back on the demanding par 4 7th. What a turn of events.
Yeah, both of these guys put that bogey behind them. Stick to your game plan. Give yourself the birdie opportunities that are out there. And we know they are there in abundance today. Launch the drive again. Just in the light, burnt out semi-rough. No problem there.
Well, Smith hot to trot. What a day he's having. Second shot to the last. 11 under par. Ooh, he's giving himself a chance.
184 yards left into the 7th here for Risdale. And with that pin all the way to the back, he's got a bit of a judgment call to make. It could get a flyer, but in these dry, crispy conditions, that isn't always happening. It's dead if you go long to that back pin. So I expect him to err on the side of caution, and he could come up a little bit shy on this one. If he does reach the pin or go just past it, you can bet your bottom dollar it got a flyer on how far he was expecting it to go.
Here we go then, Kit. Second shot. Strongest of the par 4s here. 466 yards this par 4. Oh, good strike. Nice tall high ball flight required. And he's done a good job. That was straight down the throat of the flag, just half a club short.
Now McCarroll from the middle of the fairway, also on 7. Short iron, he can really attack this flag. Perfect lie, perfect angle. Oh, and he's done it. Dancing around the hole, just about 4 or 5 feet for birdie. Good way to bounce back.
Delicate one here for Fraser. Just in the semi, nice lie. Over the bunkers she goes. Get the strike, sounded good. Oh, it was too good. And that will feed down to where Miles Collins was earlier, where he holed it from.
Yeah, he absolutely nipped that. You could hear the strike, as John said. Incredible spin from a short range. Now Risdale. Another lengthy birdie putt up the slope. Had it on line, but after going long on the last, he's left that one a bit shy.
Max Smith to finish off a tremendous day with a birdie. Not to be, but he must be delighted with his score overall, and indeed his performance. 7 starts before this on the Europro Tour this season. Missed only 1 cut. He's best up till now, tied 6th at Montrose.
Yeah, well, he might go one better now. We'll be at his golf course next week at Fox Hills. Now Brendan, after a cracking shot in. Oh, doesn't convert. That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, it was always just on the right side, wasn't it? Pacey just grabbed the lip. So he doesn't pull that one back that he was looking for. Now Fraser. We saw his pitch shot in, spin off the side of the green. Collins hold from here. And that is a bit pacey, is it? Oh!
Like a rat down a drain pipe.
Action replay. Absolutely the same. Great birdie from Fraser.
Yeah, carbon copy that was, Scotty.
He's reached the turn in 31 as James Fraser.
Oh, and that one for Risdale is a carbon copy of McCarroll's putt. And that he's laughing that off, but that is back-to-back bogeys now.
And back-to-back 3 putts to boot. Max Smith has set the mark as 36-hole leader Risdale now trails by 2 from a Welshman very much in the zone, covering the front 9, as I said, in 31 against a par of 37.
James, you picked up 6 shots in 6 holes, a scintillating run of form. What's been the key to that?
Putting. Hit a couple of good shots, but hold 2 good putts down, 8 and 9. Hold a good putt for eagle on 4. Which sort of kick-started me, and then I stuck it to about 2 feet on 6 there for 2, made eagle there as well. Yeah.
Greens are absolutely pure. How much does that help you knowing that a good putt is going to go in?
You never know it's in until it's in. But yeah, I have hit some good putts there on the lines I've wanted to hit it on, and the ball's gone in, so yeah, it's good.
Are you aware of how things stand at the moment?
Nope.
You're just going to stay in your own bubble?
Yeah.
Is there any point when you will start looking at leaderboards?
Maybe going on the last couple if there's one about. I don't know where the leaderboard is now on the back 9. So yeah, we'll wait and see. Till we
Wonderful stuff. Keep it going, James.
Cheers, thanks.
Hello there again from Caversham Heath Golf Club, where the Pentahotels Championship and its final round continues to be fluid. James Fraser leads by 1 despite his 2nd bogey of the day, this time over on the 10th. In fact, only 3 strokes cover everyone who features on the leaderboard, suggesting an intriguing back 9 could well be in store. Very different, of course, from last year here at Caversham, when 16-year-old Korean Min Kyu Kim ran away with this.
Yeah, unbelievable. That was a fantastic year for that young man last year. Now Fraser. Not the place you want to be off this tee, but can he respond with a good one? Can he get back it in? Yes, he can find the green pin eye left.
Good look at the setup and the action here, John. All very orthodox. That's why he hits so many good shots.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, Scotty, when you go to the range, there's like a good half a dozen of them that you just stop and watch, strike it. Riesdale in good position here, lofted club coming in. Oh, look at the zip on that ball.
Well, that's unwanted. He would have known that slope was there, though. Perhaps one more club and a bit softer, take the spin off it. Now McCarthy, birdie putt on 12 to get to minus double digits. Long one, right to left. Beautiful.
Man after me, Owner, got the same hairdo.
And that was his 4th birdie in succession.
All smiles, and why not?
Yeah, he's like a veteran on this tour now, Scotty. I tell you, he's been out here a while, and he's top player, top lad. You see Joe Dean here playing a bump and run through the hard pan, catching the slope from left to right, zooming in. Go on! Oh, what an effort that was!
Yeah, that was seriously motoring there. Shaving the right edge of the hole.
Here's ponytail man Miles Collins. The snooker player Peter Ebdon used to wear a ponytail. Funnily enough, he won his first ever ranking event just down the road from here at the Hexagon Theatre. When he decided to cut it off, he put it in a glass case and auctioned it for charity.
Did you buy it, Phil?
How good's that?
No.
Oh, come on. I thought I'd be right up on your mantelpiece. Right, Busher. Chirpy chappy, this man. Always smiling. Good game in the locker. And getting it to the back portion of the green. Good shot there. Forever getting closer. Go on.
Fraser's eagled both of the par 5s so far today, and he's given himself a putt for a 3rd eagle on the day here at the 11th as well. And considering how slopey most of these greens are, he's left it in about as easy a spot as he can. It's quite long, about 25 feet, but it's steadily uphill, and it's pretty flat in terms of break from left to right as well. Maybe a hole from the left. This is exactly the type of putt he's been practicing recently. Let's see if that pays off for him here.
Yeah, certainly a putt he will fancy having a run at, especially as it's for eagle and slightly up the hill. Here we go. Well, he gave it a good roll, just hung out on the left side. Tap in birdie though, get him back to 13 under.
Well, news of Ridsdale, we saw those wasteful 3-putts on 6 and 7 for bogeys. He steadied the ship somewhat with pars on 8 and 9, and now a birdie chance on the 10th.
Yeah, and how much he would love to drain one of these. Well, he gave it a good roll as well. Stress-free tap in. But he'll be looking to convert some putts over the next couple of holes, John.
He will indeed. Now, wanting to convert, get a 12 under. Robbie Busher here at 15. Great shot in. Can he convert? He can. Good stroke on the young lad.
And a vast improvement because he's made 9 starts this season, missed 5 cuts and withdrew from another event.
Yeah, quite surprising that. I mean, he's a good talent, Robbie. As you see Miles here, waiting to break through. Miles really up there and about during the course of the season, but got some big game as that one goes in, and he's on the march.
Yeah, solid putt there. Now Dean, very good approach here. Just under 6 feet for birdie. Oh, painful lip out that. Looked in all the way. Frustration etched on his face.
With the perfect response to his blip over on the 10th, Fraser returns to 13 under and into pole position. As for Craig Lorry, well, the young Scot sits at 9 under, good enough to be tied 9th, together with, amongst others, the only double winner on the Europro Tour so far this season, Mark Young.
Well, 3rd shot here for Craig. Looks in the greenside trap. Oh, and he was a long way from home. Not the easiest shot to have to play. Probably the hardest shot in golf, Scotty.
Yeah, very, very tricky length bunker shot, that. Now, Fraser, short iron in hand on 12. Just wedging it in here. Tight pin on the front there. Pitching it short. It's just released on a little bit. It's another birdie chance, though.
What Joe Dean's doing is incredible, I believe. He's second in the order of merit without capturing a title.
Yeah, shows his consistency, Phil. It really does. I mean, he's been there or thereabouts, just hasn't got over the finishing line. And this is another great shot by Joe. Yeah, very, very good player.
He's representing the Hillsborough Golf Club in South Yorkshire. He's a former English amateur champion, 23 years of age, and he gets into the top 10 for fun.
There's a lot of undulations in these greens this week, so the key is just hitting it on the right level and giving yourself a good chance. Otherwise, yeah, short game's a bit tricky if you're in the wrong spots.
And after all the near misses, what would it mean if you did win today?
Yeah, it'd be fantastic. A couple of good top 2, top 3 finishes would keep me right in the top 5. So yeah, it's a bit of stress-free golf today, and see what happens.
From one Yorkshireman to another.
Yeah, McCarthy, third shot on 15. Just a little lofty one out of the hollow. Looking for it to release, which it has done very well.
Yeah, off with a hat, trying to get some brownness on that noggin.
Yeah, get the sunroof working. Now, Laurie, we saw the bunker shot. Incredibly difficult one. This long range attempt for birdie. Go on then, son. Yes.
Okie dokie, Mr. Laurie.
Put in very nicely.
Oh, come on. Nick, good stroke here. That'll be a nice up and down. Gets it. Nicely done. He's on the march. Now, here we go. The 11th, the par 5, really giving it up this week. You can see 21 eagles. Playing well under the par. These boys can hit a monster drive right to where we are right now and then take it on straight over the corner. That'd be leaving them around 184 yards, 200 yards into this green, which they can take it all over the course. Bushes take it over the bunker into a long, narrow green that is really topsy-turvy. Lots of slope in this green, like Joe Dean said earlier.
Well, Jordan Risdale would love to do today what he did yesterday on the 11th. Make an eagle.
Yeah, it'd be very timely for him. And there is an opportunity. We've seen a lot of eagles, as John said. Go on then. And this could be another one. Tracking.
What a golf shot there, Scotty. Whew. Just in the nick of time, his chips are down. He needs someone to respond now. Busher, hot to trot at the moment. Found the bunker though. Oh, more sand than probably what he would like, but it's released. But he's a long way. There's another bunker there. Slow down, ball. Oh, bunker to bunker. Avenue's back, trying to get away from the jack.
You okay, John?
Oh, I just thought I'd chuck in a little rap there for you, boys.
Fraser. Here we go on 12. This would be another great birdie. Burnt the left edge. And he definitely thought that was going to move.
I tell you what, the two big units, these two playing together. They can hit the ball absolutely miles.
Now back to Busher, coming off a birdie at 15. Would gladly settle for a bogey here now.
Well, I can only think he had a terrible lie in the first bunker shot. And that one played well, but releasing on. And that is a big putt coming up for the young man.
Well, top shot in here for Joe. It's a good effort for birdie. Pretty straight putt. Be firm. Yes, great stroke.
And that's one against the head, because by average score, the 12th is the toughest hole on the course. 4.36 it's playing.
Now Busher, we've seen the tribulations around the green. He needs to roll this one in for a bogey. That's going to be a double. And that is massively reverse gear down the leaderboard.
He's done so well to get to this point as well. You can see his disappointment. He's got 2 holes to play. Can he redeem himself coming in the last 2? Now, eagle effort here. Oh, awesome putt, and that is an astounding eagle at this par 5. That has been giving it up, but nonetheless, got to get the ball in the hole. Top shots.
Yes, an eagle that could well be priceless. Having been knocked from his overnight perch in one fell swoop, Risdale has recaptured a share of the lead with Fraser. The two of them a couple of shots clear of Smith and McCarthy. Jordan Risdale, with momentum well and truly restored. Welcome back to Caversham Heath, where James Fraser, joint leader in the Pentahotels Championship, is in trouble, having encountered one of the many bushes on this heathland gem expertly designed by David Williams. It means that Fraser's share of the lead with Jordan Risdale is in serious jeopardy. As for Max Smith, in third, his 66 was completed quite some time ago. He's in waiting mode. Fraser is in damage limitation mode.
Yeah, it's all got very prickly. As we see the 4th shot of Fraser, just chunking it out of the bunker there. Terrible lie against the face. He's giving himself a chance. Over 5 with that one, just about 15, 18 feet. We'll take a look at this 13th hole now, par 3, just over 200 yards. 187 yards to the front of this green, plays slightly up the hill. 3 bunkers guarding the right, 1 on the left. Green sits at a 45-degree angle. Not always easy to judge it coming in here from the tee. You can't see a lot of the green, but nevertheless, just a shortish iron for these guys. They'll be taking dead aim.
Unusually, only 3 par 3s here, and this is the lengthiest of them.
Yeah, playing over the par as well. I mean, it's a toughie. It really is. Most par 3s are. You can conjure up magic on par 3s on any golf course. Your streak's ahead of any kind of players playing that week. As we see Risdale there, bang, and out left there, Scotty. That's going to be awkward.
Yeah, left and a firm bounce. Hit the hard pan. Probably wasn't far off pin high, but a long way from the hole now. Now Fraser, this bogey attempt at 14. Got to make this to keep himself somewhere near.
Yeah, that's hard lines out. All went Pete Tong off the tee, really.
Yeah, you've got to stay out of the gorse. That is a must. Now McCarroll, 13. What can he do? Can he get this one a bit more online? Hit the green, it will stop. And that's a beauty.
Great rhythm to his golf swing, Scott. Now, come on, Busher. Robbie for birdie. Get to those, that lovely 11 under if he can. No, and that was never up, never in. Be very disappointed with that one, Phil.
He will, of that there's no doubt, but this is going to be his best result of the campaign, eclipsing tied 10th at Camberwell Park.
Cheers, Adam. Thanks, mate.
Now, what's the deal with Risdale on 13?
Risdale is in position Z here on the 13th. He's missed the green by a long way and it's all downhill. What you can't see, just as it goes onto the green, there's a significant step down. All he can do from here is hit a little bunt and run and hope he can somehow manage to predict how it's going to release through this burnt off grass. If it's carrying any pace when it gets on the putting surface, every danger it goes past the pin, catches the second slope, and then he'll do well to keep it on the green on the other side.
Well, it looks like he's setting up to play a little lofted one.
He does. Well, he's gone the low route though, Scotty, and it's now luck of the draw. Oh, he's played a beauty. That's not bad. I tell you what, come on, hold on. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That was not easy.
No, some skill involved, but also you need a little bit of luck with that bounce. You just don't know. As we see Laurie, second shot to 14, currently 8 under. Needs a big closing stretch here.
Yeah, good swing from the pocket rocket.
Yes, who bogeyed 12 and 13 to knock himself back.
Now Risdale for his par. That was a positive attempt. Just got the wrong line.
Yeah, left below right. It's always done it, locks it and rocks it. And yeah, that'll be disappointing.
Yeah, you know there are so many birdies out there. Laurie dropped the 2 shots. Can he get 1 back here? Fairly long range attempt up the hill so he can be aggressive. Yes.
Cool, dented the back of the hole there, Scotty.
He did, yeah.
Top putt there, Craig. Well done, my friend.
2 bogeys against a single birdie for McCarroll, but this too balanced the books.
Yeah, it was a classy tee shot. And a classy putt. Right in the middle. And what he would give for a few more of those coming in.
Double bogeys sting, but the pain intensifies when you lose the lead as a consequence. Even so, Fraser needs to regroup and realise he's very much in the mix. Taking on the 15th hole, which has caught the eye of Kit.
The par 5 15th is the easiest hole on the course, playing half a shot under its par. And with 3 tough holes all playing over par to come on the way home, you know you need to make a good score here. Anything more than 4 and you've lost ground on the field. But it's no picnic. You've got this bunker, 264 yards to carry it off the tee. There's long grass right, thick gorse left, but if you can navigate all of those and get your tee shot away, down that fairway up to 340 yards on these firm, fast fairways, that leaves you just a wedge into a back right pin position. It's a green light hole if you can get your tee shot in the fairway. Expect plenty of eagles here today.
Well, you've painted a good picture here, Kit. Well, Fraser, monster drive down the right side.
Yeah, currently 1 behind. And what an eagle would do for him. Come on, is that going to come back? Oh, very unlucky not to roll back onto the green and very close, but that is still makeable for eagle.
And back in front, John, it's Risdale.
It is indeed. Swinging beautifully, looks in the zone. He's taken the rough with the smooth very well during the course of his round already. And that's another cracking shot, peppering the pin.
McCarroll is right back in this golf tournament now, and he's just had a nice little stroke of luck on the tee shot here. Carried the bunker by no more than a yard, but he's in position A now. Just 135 yards into the pin here. He can take dead aim at it, and this could be a real momentum shift in this final round.
Yeah, there's always a key moment for the eventual champion. Could this be it for McCarroll? Hands off the club, perhaps not enjoying it as much as he would have liked, and that is why.
Yeah, that's a wide from that distance there, Scotty. Went for the high one with loads of juice and didn't get it. Missing the green altogether.
There's a sting in the tail, you know, at Caversham Heath. The closing hole has got trouble on both sides, and one of its victims, I'm afraid, is Nick McCarthy.
Yeah, such a shame. This for double bogey. Going to be a triple to sign off your week. Absolutely brutal. Look at that, 4 shots gone in the last 3 holes, John.
Yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow, that is. And Nick tries so hard. Top professional, but he'll be back, no doubt about it. Now Fraser putting from off the green for eagle. Going to be breaking from left to right, only just touching it. Oh, he's zooming in, he's zooming in. And it's going to be a tap-in birdie.
Well, this is following the blueprint that was established at Woodward Park last week. Lots of twists and turns.
Yeah, I mean, this is what the tour does for you. All young bucks trying to make their way, confident as you like, make mistakes and hit the wonder shots. Now McCarroll needing a bounce back.
He's played that beautifully. Very simple technique and very nearly in the can.
Well, he said he'd been working on his short game, and that proved it all there. Now Joe Dean.
Yes, annoyed by a bogey on 14. This to more than repair the damage.
Yeah, coming in off the right-hand side. Oh, it just stopped moving.
Yeah, it just hung out there, didn't it? Same as Fraser's putt from this side. Thought it was going to turn a bit more left to right, and it didn't. Just plateaus out around the cup, fooling the guys. Still, solid birdie.
Now Risdale. This for the outright lead. Not good.
No, that was never in. That was, you could just tell he came out of that putt. It was always right. Now time to regroup here, Jordan. A few deep breaths, mate. Now Craig. Second shot, good drive, finds the fairway. Now tough pin to get to. As Kit was saying, fading it in here, Scotty.
Yeah, looking for the high fade. Just releasing on, steady now. Just going to be on the back fringe. Will it come back? Again, putter from there. Chance for an eagle, outside chance, but still a chance.
The next 4 holes could well be the most important of Jordan Risdale's career. And before the start of the round, Kit caught up with him.
Jordan, your first year as a pro was 2016 and you spent that on the Challenge Tour. What was that like?
Yeah, it was, I probably wasn't quite ready for the Challenge Tour at the time, but it was an invaluable experience for me. I gained a lot of, like I say, experience, and I learned a lot about myself and my game.
What were the key lessons you learned there?
I learned you've got to be a great all-round player. You've got to be. And you've got to get used to the travelling, and it's a great tour just to get used to, especially for main tour.
Did that prompt any changes in how you approach the game or your technique?
It probably made me a little bit more professional in what I was doing. Obviously I came straight from the amateur stuff, and you're always learning things in the professional rank, especially at that sort of level. So it was, yeah, I just became more professional in myself and what I was doing, and just started doing things right.
Putting's obviously something you've put a lot of work onto. We see you on the practice ground a lot with it, a lot of drills. How important is that to improve your putting?
Oh, massive. If you can, like I say, if you can make the environment on the practice area the same as on the course, you're halfway there.
What is it that you've got to replicate?
You've got to replicate your routines. You've got to be able to go through all your routines well and be confident in what you're doing. That's the main thing. If you're confident that you're going to hit a good putt, then yeah, you're good.
Part of that routine for you is aim point, holding up the fingers on the green. Can you explain to us exactly what that is and how it helps you?
Aim point is where you just measure the slope of your feet instead of your eyes. And for me, I've got astigmatism in my eyes, so it makes it hard for me to actually read the surfaces with them. So me and my putting coach, Mike Kansky, and Phil Kenyon, we went through different ways of reading the greens, and we found aim point for me was the best. You just measure it with your feet. It takes a lot of time to get used to because you've got your calibrator as well. So you do a lot of practice with that, get to know the slopes, and then, how many % of the slope is, that's how many fingers you hold up.
How big a difference has it made to your scoring since you implemented that?
Oh, massive. It's just massive because for me, obviously, I was struggling before. I was nearly hitting them on a whim to get them in. But now I know what sort of line I'm going for, and I can be confident on that.
You're a Boston lad. We've had a lot of success from Lincolnshire golfers on the tour this year. Billy Spooner, Dave Coupland have won. Is that inspiring for you?
It is, yeah, because if you see your friends doing well, then obviously you make you think, oh, well, I can do that too. So obviously it would be great to get a trio. 2.5 years into your professional career now, how do you assess things to this point? Slow and steady. Obviously you'd like to skyrocket straight up there, but it's not always how it works, and just got to keep doing what I'm doing. Hopefully it'll come good.
Risdale's arrived on the 15th. Tell us about it, John.
Yeah, well, Kit said it all earlier, Phil. He really did. Really go get him, playing well under the par, you know, 4.29. It's only 499 yards, this par 5, and it really does give it up. Big bunker that you just take it over, come up shy of this one that you see on the left-hand side, and really it is. It's a flick with a 9-8 iron, especially wind permitting. They can reduce this to next to nothing. And with that pin being back right today, makes it that little bit tougher because, like Joe Dean said earlier, these greens are very nasty, very subtle slopes, and they're slick.
The average score of this par 5 is less than 2 par 4s here, 12 and 18.
Yeah, Risdale looking to get the tee shot in position over that bunker at 265, and off you go. Look at that. Perfect position there. Just a short iron in. Now we saw Laurie up the hill into 15. This for Eagle. Give it a chance, go on. Get it there. No. Perhaps thought that was a little bit quicker as it approached the hole.
Yeah, that was a poor one there for Craig. Now Dean at 16. Tall high wedge, trying to dominate this flag. Gets it over the bunker, a little bit late spin. Oh no, that's perfect. That's a beautiful shot.
And the key for him, maximise earnings in that quest for promotion.
Absolutely. Now Laurie, just about 4 feet for birdie. Yeah, good positive stroke. Well done.
Yeah, very good birdie. There's nothing worse when you hit a par 5 and 2 and you 3-putt it for a par. Oh my goodness. You can chuck your toys out the pram as we see Fraser here at 16. Second shot. Can he follow Joe Dean in close?
Yeah, Joe Dean's was a great shot. Quite a tough pin to get close to, this one. Not a lot of room. Yeah, good action on that. Right past the flag, another solid wedge as we look at this very simple action. Very good tempo with these wedges, and that's why his distance control is spot on. Now this is not where you want to be, John.
Cool. The grass is nearly up to his hips. Right, come on, Brendan.
You need to be a muscular guy to get it out of there.
Cool, the train looks like he works out as well, so yes. Cool. My goodness.
Well, he's done well to find that.
He's done very well. Well, that's credit to the volunteers and the ball spotters. Definitely take me out off to them, because tell you what, go and try and find that yourself. Not easy.
Now Risdale, perfect tee shot. Take this one at the flag. Just dragged it a little bit.
He didn't drag it by much, but he came out of that shot pretty quick. I don't know if that was confidence or a little bit cheesed off that it was heading off a line, but he had the number on. Definitely the yardage was right on the money. Now Brendan, third shot after finding trouble off the tee.
Yeah, good connection needed. Get some control on it. He's misjudged that one. And that is very disappointing on this spectacularly easy par 5.
He's aiming left here. Phil, down the slope you feel here. Oh, he's tracking, it's got it. And the fist bump to boot.
Well, it might only be temporarily, given where Risdale is on 15, but that gives Fraser the lead back again.
Yeah, it's topsy-turvy. It's getting an exciting finish this week. Risdale for Eagle from the fringe. We saw Laurie from here leave it about 4 feet short.
Yeah, that one's just rattled past. A little nervy one coming back. Now Joe, I mean, tit for tat, these two, really. Fraser and Joe, when they get to the par 5s, are they going to follow suit here with birdies? Yes, they do. Joe, nonchalantly done.
Yeah, dragging each other along on the birdie run. Great to see.
Now, after the errant tee shot, what a birdie this would be from McCarroll on 15.
Yeah, this would be a remarkable four. Go on. Oh, he had the line.
Oh, he knew it. Chris in the face of the putter thinking, come on, just an ounce more, baby. But not to be, and that's a par.
I'm pretty sure, though, when he saw his tee shot heading off into that long grass. He'd be very happy to take 5.
Yeah, amen to that. Now, big putt here. You feel birdie putt here at 15. Oh no, that is bad timing. Some tough holes coming up. Fraser's already got one in the bag.
And he's missed a couple today on that right side, John.
He has. He just blocking it with that left hand a little bit, maybe. I'm not really sure. I'm sure he'll be straight to the putting green after this.
He's missing them all day.
Now, there you go. He's just said it, Scotty. He's been missing them all day.
But he's still up there, still fighting.
Just as it was at Wychwood Park last week, this final round is a showcase of fluctuating fortunes. So down after the 14th, Fraser is back on top, having displayed admirable resilience. Fraser one clear of Risdale as the Pentahotels Championship builds to quite a climax. What a closing round it's been to the Pentahotels Championship here at Caversham Heath. After safely making a par on the 17th, I can tell you that James Fraser retains a one-shot lead over Jordan Risdale, who's got 3 holes to negotiate, starting with one of the sportiest par 4s on the golf course, namely the 409-yard 16th. Scott, tell us about it.
Yeah, let's take a look at the flyover. 4 bunkers off the tee, 2 on the right, not really in play, just 230 to get past that. Second one up on the left, 270. Got to avoid that with a drag tee shot. Big area up here if you can boom one up. Second shot in, water, left of the green, shouldn't be in play. And 2 bunkers also set off the side of the greens, not too close. Green light shot in here today, once you've got that tee shot safely in the fairway.
Yeah. Risdale looks to be a 3-wood. Where's that driver? I don't know. Can't really see. But it's bounding down there. Had to be driver. And I tell you what, slow down ball. Whoa. Should have hit the 3-wood, Scotty.
Yeah. He's just shy of the deep stuff there. But with that club, he needed to take it down the right. Now here's Laurie, 17th. As we said, looking for a strong finish. Oh, hits the flag.
Holy guacamole. I thought that was just going to pop itself in then.
That could have easily dropped in.
Oh, yeah.
Dead aim. Now, McCarroll, second shot to 16. He's found the middle of the fairway. Can he take the green light flag?
I mean, what a pin position that is, lurking over on that left-hand side over that bunker. Got to hit your number spot on.
This pin position on 16 is an absolute corker in the thinnest slither of green just over that bunker. If you go in with too much height and too much spin, all too easy to rip it back into the sand. But Risdale has pulled his tee shot slightly here. He's over on the left-hand side on a little bit of a downslope and with the ball above his feet. That's going to make it want to draw from right to left through the air. He's going to need to be really precise here, but he knows he needs to make birdies to catch James Fraser.
Well, Risdale's made a par and a birdie this week so far. But from this angle, it's not a green light flag. He'll be looking for this just pin high right, I think, John.
Yeah, definitely. About 116 yards, but he's taken dead aim, Scotty. And they're not able to get the spin required coming out of what he had. And that is going to be an awkward one from there, my friend. Now, Fraser. At his final hole, what might be his final hole. Second shot.
I'm sure he feels birdie is required. Come in. Oh, a couple of yards left. That could have come back towards the green. But 2 peas in a pod down there. Tricky spot there, John.
It is, and that's going to be him and his playing partner in the same position there. Down on the right side of the green. That wasn't nice.
In the penultimate group, playing with Craig Laurie, this is Chris Evans. He's 3rd on the 17th. Regulation par.
Yeah, he's been the forgotten man. He's not had the best day at the office, but I'll tell you what, that'll lighten the mood. Yeah, you can't beat a nice little chip in for a par. Makes you get out of jail free card.
Now Risdale, he went very aggressive at this tight pin from where he was on 16. Another little delicate chip and run. Use the slope. Pretty good, but a testy one on these closing holes.
Yeah, could have done with a bit of Chris Evans on that one. Now Craig for a crack into. Hit the flag with the tee shot down the slope, gets it, and I'll tell you what, that'll pick him up about 3 or 4 golf balls, won't it, Scotty? That's what we used to get in our day.
Yeah, something like that, or a bit of cash for the pro shop. Yeah, great birdie, Craig. Now, McCarroll, also for birdie on 16. He was coming straight at the flag from the middle of the fairway. And I think he had the line on that, just fraction over hit. Just burnt the right edge.
A massive moment for Fraser here on 18. He holds a one-shot lead, but he's missed it in the worst possible place for this pin position. He's gone long. It's very sociable. Joe Dean is right here with him, but Fraser's about half a centimetre closer to my eye, so I think he'll be playing first. He will really think he's got to get this one up and down to give himself a chance of walking away with the trophy today.
Kit finishing off the update just in the nick of time.
Yeah, now this is a tricky spot. Toughest shot of the day for him. Needs to get this one close. Steady now. Well, it was a good effort, but that is a pressure putt indeed on the final green.
Talking of which.
Yeah, this is a real pressure putt here, Phil. It's a must. You must feel inside the hole. Oh, it's another putt leaking to the right, Scotty.
Yeah, he's just had a few of those today.
Well, let's just itemise it. In recent times, short birdie putt missed on 14, even shorter birdie putt missed on 15, and now that one.
Yeah, I know. That's going to be hard to swallow that. Now, Joe Dean, can he get it inside? Fraser would have learned a lot. Just fractionally on the edge, feeds down to the green, and this is beautiful. Could it go? Oh, what a touch! How much could he sell that to Fraser?
Well, that was fantastic. I think he actually thought that was short of the green then. Such a fine line to get it as close as Joe Dean has then. Fantastic up and down.
He's got 2 houses, Joe Dean. He lives in Sheffield and he lives in the top 10.
Oh, love it, mate. They just keep coming as we look at the 17th, par 3. No eagles, obviously. Craig Laurie just came close earlier, but no, loads of birdies, 40 of them. Big lake there on the right-hand side. Tough pin position today as well for the chaps. But long, lengthy number, 198 yards.
Well, let's see if McCarroll can replicate something like Craig Laurie.
I think maybe even choke a smidge on it.
Cool, he was quick through that ball.
Yeah, tempo up a little bit.
There's leaking right, there's water there, but no, he's dry and he's fine.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad at all.
After what's happened on the last 3 greens, Risdale needs to dig deep.
Certainly does. 3 more good swings he'll be looking for, and a couple of putts.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on up ahead. I mean, we got Fraser there over a tricky par putt, and he's whacked it in there. Equal distance to Fraser on the next.
That was a great tee shot there. After those missed putts to get the focus back. Now Fraser, huge putt here for par on 18. Needs this to drop.
Oh, can't go that way.
And that, well, unimaginable pain for him at this precise moment. Bogey in the 18th. Drop back to 12 under. What a mixed scorecard that is.
We've mentioned the 4 second-place finishes on the Europro Tour for him. Twice beaten in playoffs. Is it going to be a 3rd sudden death playoff for Fraser?
Well, don't write this man off, I tell you. Craig, 11 under, looks to be going left though with driver. Oh, he's okay, he's okay. Could feed back onto the fairway. It does. He's in the hunt here.
Yeah, he's in prime position there. Now McCarroll. Well, they're all big putts, we keep saying it, but they are. This to get to 12 under. Go on then. Just did enough. Dropped in the left corner. Fantastic birdie.
For much of the day in the shadows, in the wings. Now, right there in the frame.
Oh, he is. I'm going to tell you what, you said it right there, Phil. He's come under the radar, Brendan, as we see Craig here. Oh, see the ball flight on that. Oh, and that just coming up shy, just at the bottom of the tier. Long, lengthy one coming up for Craig. Now, this is this is huge.
It is. Now let's see. Just get this one online. He's hit some good putts. He's leaked a few to the right. But not that one. Fantastic birdie as well. The smiles are back.
Yes, they are.
Much better result, much freer stroke. And look at this, we've now got 3 tied at the top. Fraser in the clubhouse, McCarroll and Risdale playing the 18th.
The 18th is the toughest hole on the course, playing a full half a shot over its par 4. The pin position for the final day is right here at the back of the green, 28 yards on and in the centre. The fun and games really begin once you get around here, if you can get your tee shot away. Over the back is dead, so if anything, players are just going to favour short. But there's a horrible little tier here. If you don't quite get it right and catch it, the ball feeds all the way back down to the front of the green. And then you're left with a really nasty 2-putt for par. And if you need it to win, you know you're going to be feeling the nerves. Clammy hands, it's uphill, about 50 feet from here, a big swing in it as well. You need an absolute magician's touch to get this one anywhere near. It's just clambered up over the top. It's releasing nicely. I tell you what, I could sell that for a lot of money in today's final round, but it is such a difficult 2-putt if you go a little bit cautious and come up short on this 18th hole.
Well, here we go, Kit. Craig, up the step he goes. But he needs to hold it. He can't be putting this one whole side. He's only thinking one thing. He had the pace, but didn't have the line.
There's a lot to ask to hold that. It's been a good closing stretch for him now, back on the tee. Risdale. Important shot here. Going with driver. Looks very happy with it. Short stuff will be good.
Oh, banged up there, Scotty. Look at that.
That is a monster.
2 bookends for this round. Massive drive on the first, massive drive on 18.
Yeah, very athletic technique. Gave that everything. Bit of adrenaline as well, probably.
Cool, yeah, not off. Now, come on, Craig. Inside left putt, I feel, buddy. Keep it inside the hole. Oh, it's a good putt, and it's a good finish. And that's 11 under for Craig Lowry. Great performance, 71 on the last day. That's 2 under par. And I tell you what, very well done indeed. Take a lot from that, a lot of confidence.
The 18th in the Valley. And Scott, it is a cracking finish.
Yeah, let's take a look at it from the air. We saw Kit on the green. From up here, you can see the bunker's not really in play. That small tier at the back. Big shelf just below the pin. You've got to be aggressive. But if you're too aggressive and over the back, we've seen how tricky it is to up and down it. I think he's come up short on that one.
Yeah, he's trying for the release, and it's trying, but that's going to feed back a little bit. Coming out the rough, thought he'd get a little bit more, but just needed a bit more oomph. Now, as you can see, Risdale's ball there. And there's the Fraser man looking on, wondering what's going to happen. Now, he's hit a drive, a monstrous drive, well over 300 yards here, Scotty.
Yeah, he's prime position, you would say, but it's not an easy shot. Downwind as well, lots of factors. Oh, he's played a class one. Oh, superb. Absolutely judged that beautifully with the slope.
Yeah, the lowness of the trajectory with the wedge shot, the second bounce spin, checking it up on the top, beauty.
So McCarroll, for the moment at least, to take the lead.
Yeah, this to set the clubhouse lead at 13. Look at the slope up there, John. Get up there, go on. Tough putt.
It is, it's extreme. And I tell you what, now it's just fingers crossed and see what Rosedale does.
Yeah, again, any putt to win is not that easy. And he has missed a few short ones today, as we've seen on the right. Here we go, this for the win.
Well done.
Boom, boom, shake, shake the room.
He would have liked to have won by 7 or 8, I suppose, but to birdie the last 2 holes to win, that's an extra special feeling.
Yeah, that shows big heart. After those 2 bogeys, to birdie the last 2 for victory is superb. Now McCarroll needs to make sure of this one to stay in a tie for second. Yeah, well done. But the day belongs to Ridsdale. Fantastic victory.
Yes, worth £10,000, but as he chats with Kit, you know, I don't think that Jordan Ridsdale realises that he's become a Euro Pro Tour champion.
Jordan, you've just won the Pentahotels Championship. How are you feeling?
Won?
Yeah.
For as a player?
No, you've won.
Oh, well. I'm shocked. Yeah, I'm ecstatic.
Birdie finish to do it. How good was that under the circumstances?
Yeah, it was, yeah. I actually thought I was getting into a playoff with my mate, James. Yeah. Well, that's what I thought. But to win it is just, yeah, unbelievable. Me and my caddy just tried to stay patient and go with it, and yeah, it was nice to do.
Some tough scoring out there today.
Yeah,
you did have to stay patient.
Yeah.
What was the key for you staying in this tournament?
I kept hitting the ball well. If anything, my putting was letting me down a little bit. But yeah, just to hold them last 2 putts on the last 2 is massive, yeah.
Congratulations,
Thanks
Jordan, a superb win.
Cheers, mate.
Well done, buddy.
What a day it proved to be. So many had chances of glory at Caversham. But in the end, to his very pleasant surprise, our champion is Jordan Ridsdale, 1 clear of McCarroll and Fraser.
It feels great, to be honest. I don't think it's quite sunk in yet. Obviously, I've held the putt on the last thinking, oh, I'm going to play for James Fraser. I was like, oh, I best get ready to go straight back out to the first team. My caddy was heading up there. Everyone was asking him for the bib. And he went, no, I'm taking it. No, but yeah, it was great. It was stressful at times, but that's what it can do to you, this game, isn't it? But yeah, to hold the whole, I don't know, a 12-footer on the 17th and then finish off with a birdie on 18, yeah, it's great.
James, tied second in the Pentahotels Championship. How are you feeling?
Pleased, obviously, with the result. Disappointed the way I finished. Good round. I hit my target. I wanted to get the 12 under today. So yeah, you know, plenty of positives to take away from this tournament. Made 2 eagles on the front line. That was really good. And I held a really good putt on 16 for birdie. I was really unsure of the line and got over the ball and had to look at it again. Went back and hold it, and that was really good.
And what does a result like this do for your momentum heading into the final few events of the season?
I feel like I've been playing well all year, and you know, this is just a result to cement that, you know, what I've been working on is working. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the last few events.
When your game isn't where you want it to be, how difficult is it just to hang around in contention in a final round?
Well, today very, because I literally did not know where the ball was going to start or what direction it was going to move in. So yeah, you're kind of standing up just hoping it goes straight enough. But yeah, as I say, I'm happy that I struggled through and got a second finish.
What a feeling. The silverware for the Pentahotels Championship winner goes to Jordan Ridsdale. But how does all of that affect the rankings? Well, Mark Young stays at the apex of the Order of Merit. Ultra-consistent Joe Dean retains second spot. But the biggest move is made by our champion Ridsdale, who zooms from 34th all the way to 5th.
Well, what a roller coaster of a final round that was at Caversham Heath. So many guys in contention and in with a shout. In the end, Jordan Risdale, the overnight leader, did enough. He showed patience throughout the round, and that stunning birdie finish was enough for a one-shot victory over playing partner Brendan McCarroll and good friend James Fraser. It's a third win on the tour for Boston-based golfers after Dave Coupland and Billy Spooner earlier this season. The Lincolnshire Mafia are definitely here on the Europro Tour this season. Please join us next week when we'll be at Fox Hills.